another pretty hot day. I think it's gonna get to 30. It's almost there already. But yeah, no clouds again. Rest of the week, probably the next few months, is gonna be pretty good weather, I think. Just seen a thing on the news saying that we're in for a real scorcher, record breaking, and I think the record at the moment is about 47 degrees. I'll work it out in Fahrenheit, put it here, but yeah, I'll look it up actually. I'll try and find the record for Perth. It gets pretty warm, 47, 48, 46, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it was a Boxing Day and we were out at the river at that day. And my little cousin, he's in his 20s now, but when he was about 6 or 7, he actually made the front, they took a photo of him on his boogie board, which is a body board or a, I don't know what you call them, not a surfboard, the little one, in the Swan River, and it was a record breaking day, and he made it on the front cover of the West Australian newspaper. That was years and years ago. Like I said, he's in his 20s, and yeah, it would have been about 18 years ago. So yeah, good little memory there. That was good day that, but yeah, it was bloody hot, and I'm pretty sure it was a Boxing Day, it wasn't Christmas. That's the noise, got someone mowing their lawn over there. Went to Bunnings yesterday and just went stupid with the solar lights again. I've got these 16 of those little ones all around. I put them in yesterday and they were still going at 4 o'clock this morning. All the rest were turned off, but they were still going. And then I got these ones, got 5 of them, so there's one in each of these pots, one there and one back over there, but they kind of look like a candle. They like an orangey light, and they bounce up and down, so pretty cool. But I think that's it now. We're at our light limit. I just got to go through and straighten them all up. Some of them are starting to bend over in the wind, so I'll have to go and straighten them up, because when they're on the piss they really look cheap, like cheap lights I reckon, but when they're nice and straight they look like they're meant to be there and they're permanent. So I'm working on that at the moment too. This is upside down at the moment, and it was all scratched. I haven't even used it yet, and it was all scratched. So that's why I bought these bumpers. So just some rubber bumpers, 25mm, so they'll go on nice. And they drill and screw in, so they're not coming out. I'm going to put one at the end, one in the middle here, so it doesn't scratch, one there, and then one at that end. And that way when it's not in use, it shouldn't get scratched. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't prime it. I rubbed that down with sandpaper and didn't prime it because the paint said you don't need to use a primer, but I think I should have used a primer, because I did it on my other bike rack and that's really hardy, that stuff. So yeah, and this has been painted for about a week now and it's still just, you touch it and it scratches, but yeah, whatever, it's a bike rack. I'm also gonna keep going today, pull my finger out, and so that's a little light. There's some little trophies, probably not going to use all of them, but I'll see. I've got some car batteries to clean up, a pallet, and I think that's it. So I've got to go and another light, so I'm probably only going to use, there's another light there, but it didn't really come away, but I think 2 lights is enough. That's for this thing. I've got to almost lost the car then. I've got to glue the car down as well. So we'll leave that there. So yeah, I think 2 lights, probably like that or like that, not sure yet, just hanging from this centre bit. I've got some like little nice chain there. Yeah, so 2 lights hanging, run the wires, hide the wires somewhere and do that, and then she's almost done. I'm not going to do too much more with this one. The pallet I might just put like just leaning up somewhere. I think it's got enough tools and stuff, but I've got some posters to hang up. Oh, they're in the box there, that's right, I forgot about them. So I've got some posters to hang up, and then I've got the lights, the batteries, and some trophies to put in, and I think that's about it. I'm not going to go too stupid with this one. I don't know what to do with it. I don't really want to keep it. I don't think anyone's going to buy it. So it might be a giveaway to my little nephew or something like that, I think. It's a bit rough around the edges, so I won't use this printed paper again next time. I'll do it with proper wood. If I ever do something like this again, I'll do it with proper wood. I am going to do another one because that's all I'm doing for 3D printing for this one, because this is a I think it's 1/24 scale. It says on here, or it's, oh yeah, 1/24 says up the top right there. So it's a little bit small for me. Like, you know, you put my finger next to the tools, it's just a little bit too small. So I've printed a heap of stuff. I've been busy over the last few days. I pretty much put it on in the morning and just let it go while I'm at work. And I've been that is how much my printer can print in one hit. That's filled up that's a whole bed. That's probably another one plus that. There's a compressor. This is all 1/18 scale, so it's a little bit bigger. I got light switches. You can kind of see them. Yeah, another compressor. So what I'm going to do, there's a nice 1/18 scale engine block, wheelie bin, and there should, I don't know, I've lost the lid. Oh, there it is. There's one lid, and there's, oh, that's right. See that? See, it didn't finish printing the bin. I ran out of resin. I didn't put enough resin in there, and obviously if I'm at work I can't just add resin to it. So yeah, it ran out of resin. But so that bin's crap or scrap, and I've got a good lid, and then this bin is good, but I don't have a lid. I've lost a lid for it. I was looking for it the other day, and I'm pretty sure it's not in here. No, all good. So I can use that lid for that bin. And then what I'm going to do, rather than paint, because I am going to sell these 1/18 scales, because everyone keeps telling me, they've seen my other one that I made and keep saying, oh, you should sell them, but the cars are too expensive to buy. When I bought my yellow Diorama, the 18 scale one I got, that was about $180, and not, you know, that's not too bad, but it depends on what car you want. But now they're up around the $250, $300 mark. So, but then someone said, why don't you just make the garage to fit a 1/18 scale car, and then anyone can buy the garage and put their own car, because I'm sure people have got what I had, was their own car but in just a clear container. So yeah, I think I might just make the one. I've got enough here to make a few, but yeah, I'll jam pack it. So I've got some little spray cans there and some gas bottles and pliers and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll make one, and if it does sell quite quickly and for a good amount of money, because I don't even know what I'd sell them for. I mean, the cost of the resin, there's probably $30 of resin, which is 500 mils. So you're probably looking at that, and then you got the base, which I'll make anyway. So it's like $5 worth of wood, $5 worth of MDF, but it's the time and the paint, I suppose, and you know, a few of the other. This is my box. So it's really. So I think the chain. I mean, this stuff's pretty cheap. Yeah, that's the good thing about it. Is all this stuff is fairly cheap. The lights are cheap. That stuff rust. That should be white, but I keep it because I can paint it. Oh, there's some more. Here we go. See, this is all. I think this is 1/18 scale. Nah, 132. 1/24. It's a little bit smaller, but you can still use it. It depends what it is, I suppose. Some things you can get away with, like a trophy. It doesn't really matter what you know, what size it is. There's some more lights, so I need that for this kit. So this is the lights I use. It's 3mm wide. Where's the end? Oh man. Yeah, it's 3mm wide. It's quite bright for what it is. Cob light, but yeah, it's very small. So it fits in these lights. I made them so there's at least a 4 or 5mm gap in there, and then so that'll just lay in there. The only thing I haven't, you can't just cut them. You probably can't see it, but there's little dark sections every now and again. So you either use one like that long or that long. You can't just go, oh, I just need it here, because then if you cut it there, none of that section works. It has to go to the end of the dark section. So I didn't really put too much thought into that when making these. So hopefully they go at least two sections. They should do, because they're not very big sections. So yeah, easy. See, it's just short of 3, so you can only use 2. So that's a bit of a shame, because you'll have some dead spot in the lights at the either end, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. I don't want it too bright anyway, because it's more like a dark, dingy shed kind of thing. But yeah, this stuff's not anything you can pretty much get it. That's the grass and stuff, which I don't really use a lot of. There's another engine, so that might go in. I've got to go through everything. I've got these, I found these. I think these were from my fishing tackle things. So I'm gonna, once everything's painted, I'm gonna put it all in things, and then that way, if I do kind of not go into production, but if I do make them a bit more often to sell them, then I can just pull them out of there. I don't have to spend, because that's about probably 3 days of printing. 2, because I'd put one on when I go to work. They take about 4 or 5 hours to print. When I come home, I clean it and then put another one on, and then do another one. Sometimes I was doing one overnight, but it's near our bedroom, so it gets a bit, it's not loud, but you can hear it. So yeah, I was doing like 2 prints a night, and there's probably 3 days worth of printing there, and there's some in there as well. So that way you don't have to not slow down, but you can probably punch out a good 1/18 scale diorama in probably 2 weeks in. I mean, if I was doing it full time, like if you were going to spend 8 hours a day building them, and you already had the 3D prints done, you'd probably do them in 2 days or 3 days. The hardest bit is waiting for the paint to dry. So if you can get everything painted and ready to go, and then build the base, do the walls, I paint everything in sealing white, so that it's like a dusty matte paint, and then you can just drag your dirty fingers over it and dirty up the walls to make it look a bit more realistic. I use super glue pretty much for everything, so it's like instantly drying. And yeah, it's the paint that takes time to dry. It's not really the glue. So, and my base, I always use cement for my base. So there's one ready to go. It's a little bit too small for 1/18 scale. That's the only thing. I was thinking of doing a motorbike, 1/18 scale motorbike. So that might be good for that. But yeah, I might just make one that's 1/18 scale, but for a motorbike, but not buy the motorbike. And then if someone has a motorbike, that they can put theirs in and just put it in the middle, and you got all the garage done around it. But yeah, that's a nice base. It didn't even crack. I put steel. There's steel running in it either way, and yeah, strengthened it a bit. So, and that's got paint in the concrete, and it's got glue. I put just wood glue in the concrete mix, and it keeps it really tight. You don't get any dusting from it, and you can colour it kind of how you want it. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm just going to go on with that today. Probably won't film too much. I'll do a little bit here and there if I get some painting done today. So yeah, if I do that, I'll flip the camera back on. But yeah, otherwise I'm just going to try and get all that cleaned up, because that takes a bit of time, because you got to be pretty delicate that you don't actually break the part, you just break the support on it. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult, but I'll get through it. Anyway, we'll catch you in a bit. Okay, just put those rubber bungs on there. I put a bit of glue, drips on there, doesn't matter. Bit of super glue just to hold them, give them every chance they've got. But that should be sweet now. That should not come off. I snapped a 4mm or 3.5mm, sorry, a couple of days ago, and I haven't had a chance. I've been to Bunnings, but I keep forgetting to get it. So I've got a 2.5, 4.5. Yeah, so I've got to get some more drill bits. But so I had to use a 4mm, this 4mm. I snapped that as well, and I had that one in there just now. But yeah, you try and drill a hole with it, and it wouldn't drill a hole. So I got my trusty old Azito. I've had this for ages. Azito sharpener. 2 little zzz, zzz, and she's done. She's drilling like a champ now. So there's another win for Azito. Really good. I've had ones that you've connect to, I think it was only about $40 too, that one, $40, $50, something like that. but I've had ones that you connect to your drill and try and drill them in. I've had heaps of other ones and they just never work properly. But this one's got some, I don't know how it works, but it's got a guide. I'll probably show you with the 10mm, might be easier. So you got to find your dial. So there's 10, and you'll turn it and like that, and it drops in. See, if I put it in like that, and then you turn it, and then it drops in, and that's when you go zzz, and then you just turn it 180, and it'll, I think it's right on it there. There, it drops in, and zzz, you do it there, and you're done. But yeah, it works really good. As my drill bits only go up to 10mm, but like you chuck that 4mm or whatever, 6mm, just find your right spot, and you just let it, you just wiggle it. So if you wiggle it and you can turn it 360, you're not in the right spot. So yeah, see like that, I can turn it, and then all of a sudden it'll find its groove, and then boom, and you just push down a little bit, flip it 180, so you're doing both flutes, and you're done. Yeah. So yeah, win for that. So yeah, that's that job done. I do my normal thing and start too many things at once, because I walk in the shed and there's like three or four different things all wanting doing. So I'm gonna call that done, because it is done. Pretty sure, yep, it is done now. This came out pretty good too. So it's what's the name, tennis racket grip. That shouldn't pop off, because I might just put a bit more, or maybe I didn't do that. All the rest I put glue on, so it can't come off, so I'll do that now. But yeah, that won't scratch a bike. And yeah, so that's that done. So that's finished. I'm going to get onto paint, stripping all this 1/8. What I'm going to do, rather than get too involved in the 1/18 scale stuff, which I don't need just yet, I'm going to get all the little stuff done first, primed it, and then I'm going to whack this aircon on because it's getting pretty hot. Prime it. I'm probably going to throw, oh no, I won't throw anything out. Maybe these two, because I just can't see myself doing 1/18 scale stuff anymore. So I might turf anything that I don't need 1/18 scale. Anything that is 1/18 scale, but that can be used in a, anything that's 1/24 scale that I find in here, because I know I've just thrown a lot of things in here. But like a trophy, doesn't matter the size, that I can use in 1/18 will go in that pile, and I'll do that later. But I'm just going to finish off this thing. I want to get this out the way and get it inside, because it's getting dusty and it's going to get broken in here. So yeah, I want to finish that. So clean everything up, prime it, paint it, and put it in there, and she's done then, and that'll be good. So then that's that job done. This diorama's done, and then I'm going to go through my shed, kind of like clearing your mind, clearing your shed. That bike's complete. This bike is now done. I put my big light on it, but I rode it this morning at like 4 in the morning, just to try out that light. I went for like a 20k run, and really good. And those lights, it's like an aeroplane's riding next to you. Those strobe lights are really, really bright. So yeah, so I've got it if I need it. I don't plan on riding, unless I go with my mates on their scooters. They've got e-bikes as well. On a Friday night, I'll just put it on then, but otherwise it's not going to stay on there. And same with this. This looks a bit crap. This is I've got a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank to charge your phone up, but I really don't need it. I don't need it. So what I'm going to do is just leave that cable in here, so if I do need it, it can come back. If not, doesn't matter. But it's very rare that I ride with my phone on. I kind of know when I'm going around here, but yeah, if I do want to do a ride from here into Yukon Reserve. Shouldn't need it for too much. I mean, the phone's pretty good, so the battery will last, but it's good backup. It's good backup anyway. So yeah, that's finished. Pretty much that's finished, apart from regular maintenance on it. This is all the stuff to repaint our ceiling. Get rid of that. I ran out when we were redoing it. So that's another job that I want to clear. My old man's on holiday. My old lady and my old man are on holiday at the moment, so they're away for another 3 weeks, I think. So I could do it myself, but I'd rather just get my dad painting and me putting drop sheets and filling up the paint tray. It was a lot easier. My missus was here as well, and she was on clean up duty if any splatters or anything, so she'd clean up. I was moving everything around and he was just rolling, and it worked really well. I know if I do it with me and my missus, we're just going to end up screaming at each other. We painted the garage and almost killed each other, so it's a lot better if someone else is here. So and that's due to the fact it's my fault, because I hate painting. I absolutely hate painting, and I just get frustrated within the first 5 minutes. So yeah, so I'm waiting for him to come back. But anyway, that's not that, but oh, there we go. I thought they were in that box, but that's the I'm not going to use the big ones. I think I've got some little ones here, but they're the posters. I'll have to mount them on some balsa, cut them out, mount them on balsa, and then hang them up there somehow. Yeah, so that's that job. Oh, that's a spacer for the Diorama, so that shouldn't be in there. So that's good. It's getting less and less things in there, but yeah, it's literally drop sheets. I just buy these things. They're just the disposable liner, but I just use them as a tray, because their trays are like $18, and these are only like $4, so I just use them. And the paint, and I've got the roller and all that from last time. I kept all that. So yeah, that's next on the list. This is kind of my to-do pile that I put here, but now that's staying there. Obviously the bike stuff's going to have to stay there. That's a receipt for the Diorama, so you'll probably laugh, but I've kept every single receipt for the Diorama is in this box. And I'm talking from when I bought the thing. I think I've even got the ad for the newspaper that I found the car in there, because there was no Marketplace or Gumtree back then. It was all ads in the paper. In 2000, yeah, it would have been 2000 when I bought it. So yeah, bit of history. But yeah, that's getting a lot emptier, that bench. Obviously that's messy, but that's all. I'll probably keep that as a 118 pile for now, and then that'll get sorted. And I'm just going through this box and then sorting it, and then that'll go. Pack all that up. That can go back. I've been keeping that under there. Fits pretty good. So yeah, we'll just clean up, and that it's just a lot easier in my head when the shed's clean and I can walk in and go, yeah, I've just got that to do, and that's it. So, but obviously I can't do that till the old man's back for another month or so. So all good. I'll get onto that, and we'll get onto some painting. Okay, so got it ready to go. I saw this trick online. I can't remember where I saw it. It was on YouTube somewhere, but I can't remember. But double-sided tape, just the cheap stuff, and that way, because these things are really small, they don't blow away when you're painting them. So it works out good. I don't normally write the colours. Just I kind of know what they are, but I've just shown you why they're separate. So I'll prime everything here. That chain is for the lights hanging down, and I don't want it that colour, so I'm going to prime it and paint it with the aluminium paint. I just literally use paint what I've got lying around. I don't, obviously when I'm out of aluminium I'll go and buy some aluminium, but I'm just using what I've got lying around. That's why it's all different types of paint. That's a white, that's a black. I'll do the trophies in yellow, and then I've got a gold paint. It's just the gold doesn't cover very well, so put that over the top of yellow and it works really well. You could probably use silver as well. You could probably, it just on the primer it just goes like a really dull brown colour, whereas if you probably did it in aluminium, I might even try that actually and not use that, because I did it last time. It came out alright, but I reckon this might be better, is base them in silver and then that gold over the top of the silver, and it should come a bit shinier. And this is the stuff I use, primer filler. Yeah, 2 coats of that. Probably only 1 coat for this stuff because it's only little. That fridge I did 2 coats because that's on the other 3D printer, on the one that spits out plastic, and you could see the lines in it. So if you really put that on, you got to leave it. So I do. That's 2. Might even be 3 coats. I can't remember, but put that on quite thick. But yeah, if you put it on thick, you got to let it really in the sun. You got. I think this is like 20 minutes, but you got to leave it for ages because you've put it on a bit thicker. You can mix up a putty if you want to. I didn't, because I didn't want to fill in that crack between the fridge and the freezer too much. I don't know if you can see it. So I just wanted it to fill the lines in. So you can kind of still see them because I've run a bit of black over it. But when it was all white, you couldn't see it. But it doesn't matter. Adds to the effect. I've put the posters up. So I've just cut them out nice and neat. I was going to mount them to this really thin balsa, but there's no need. Put a little dirty calendar there near the sink. I've got to get some rags. I've just got to cut some material up and get some rags to hang off the end of the sink. Just a few little finishing things, really, and that's about it. That's going to be that done. These are the last things I'm doing. Painting these, glue these in, paint them up, glue them in. The lights will have to be wired with the lights there, but I can't do that till it's all up there and kind of hanging, and then I can do it. But other than that, she's all sweet. So yeah, I think that'll be a giveaway. I'll give that to my little nephew. I think for his birthday's coming up in December, so that'll be pretty cool. I think he'll like that. But yeah, otherwise all good. I'm gonna go and prime this because this video is getting too long and I'm rambling. So yeah, I'll go and prime that. I'll probably get another coat of primer on today. I'll have to paint them, the actual colours, probably tomorrow because I'm running out of time now. So yeah, I might get one coat of colour on tonight and then another coat tomorrow, something like that. But we'll see how we go. Afternoon, everyone. Come on, these dogs have been in and out. Come on, Dex. All right. Yeah, it's turned out to be a warm afternoon, so I've got the aircon on. Just finishing off this diorama. I've just added a few more things and I'm starting to cut all the plastic for it now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll show you how to cut. Oh, it's not hard. This plastic I get from IKEA. You just buy the cheapest, biggest. I hope that's not scratched. No. The cheapest, biggest picture frame they've got, and it comes with this. I don't know what it is. It's plastic, but it's where it's, I don't know, acrylic. Not sure. But yeah, cheapest way I've found to get, and it's really clear and really nice. So, and easy to work with too. So yeah, I'll just, mark it up, cut it. You can cut it with one of these with a nice sharp blade and a ruler. So there's the top one. Front one's there. I'd cut it a little bit longer on this side. I want it flush, like that, and I want this one flush as well because I'm just going to make a bit to fit in there, a little triangle. Same with this side, but it's going to incorporate the garage. So, and it's going to sit proud. So I've left this side a little bit longer than the wood, and this side a little bit longer than the wood. So that way it butts up nicely that way. So yeah, so to cut it, I normally put the ruler and use the ruler to protect the side you're going to keep and not the side there, because if this is the side you wanted to keep, sometimes you can get this and it wanders around and you'll scratch the bit that you want to keep. So this way the ruler protects it. So you just go, you got to press quite hard, and it feels like you're not doing much, but when it starts making that cracking noise, that means you're almost all the way through. You don't have to be too accurate. It's this cut here, so I turned it around, is just to score the plastic, the protective plastic. Didn't even press on it, and then it just comes off. It's easy. So I'll keep that for windows on another project. So that's that. And to glue it, you can't use super glue because it'll fog it up. So yeah, you definitely want to use hot glue, or might get away with super tack. The only thing I don't like using this, I might try and fix it, is this nozzle blocks up, so it's a real pain. See, I can't even open it. So I only use it. So there's air coming out of it, but it's a real pain. I don't think any glue's going to come out. And oh, there it goes. That might be enough. So what we'll do is we'll probably peel this side. Yeah, no scratches. And just put a little bit. Yeah, it's a bit runny. I don't know if this is going to work. And there's no gap filling capabilities of this glue either. Nah, see, it's barely touching it. Nah, okay. If it was dead flat, you might get away with it. I was about to eat that, thinking it was like a lollipop or something. But otherwise, hot glue. Just use hot glue because it feels, because it's not perfectly flat. I'm not an expert model maker by any means, so it's not perfectly flat. So you need something with a bit of forgiveness. So we'll let that heat up. Glue this top on, probably try and get it right to the edge there, make it look kind of half decent. Flush on this side, because then I'll just put a filler bit in there, all flush nice, and then it's overhanging just enough to get a nice bit on the edge, on that edge there, on the front edge. And before I do anything, well, before I probably do this front panel, I've got to glue this car down, because otherwise that's going to move around and probably pop through if you don't pick it up right. So that's probably, I'll do that first actually, when that's all heated up. I don't know if you can, I've added the light, I've added a car battery, another one at the back there. Some of the trophies are up. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't want to go too stupid with putting too much in there, so I'm going to leave it like that. And this car's a bit dusty. I might leave it, leave it dusty. It kind of looks a little bit authentic, I suppose. That'd be pretty hard to reproduce if it was totally clean. So yeah, I might leave it. I might just leave it dusty, I think. Oh, and a rag. I need to cut up a. I've got to find a rag to cut up. So yeah, I might even use just a piece of paper actually, a piece of this stuff. Don't need a lot. So we've lost. It's all over the news. If I just fold that, we've lost. Might look a bit too perfect. Yeah, no, that's no good. We've lost internet. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so what I was trying to say, my phone, I'm with Optus, which is like a mobile phone carrier. They've been out of action since midnight, so it's like 3:30 now. So yeah, it's only just come back online. So it's just caused absolute chaos around Perth, because yeah, there's been you can't buy anything from the shops with FPOS, and you can't do this, you can't do that. So yeah, you can't call anyone, so the mobile network's down. So whichever shop's using that just hasn't been able to. So yeah, caused a bit of chaos, but sounds like that was my missus just calling me, so she reckons it's all back online, obviously, if the phone rang. So yeah, bit of action. And these dogs are doing my head in today. I don't know what's up with them. That was that noise. They're just at the door again. So yeah, that's all I do, is a couple little dots. If you start doing whole lines everywhere, it looks ridiculous. You just cannot get it accurate enough. Alright, come on then. In you come. Come on. Come on. Sit down. Okay, so then we'll do the same. Just make sure there's no little stringers hanging. No. We'll do the same for this one. Try not to get any fingerprints on it. And we'll just go dab. Dab. That's the only thing with hot glue, is the little strings that it leaves. Like that. And if you don't get rid of them, they're there forever. Touched it, but hopefully didn't leave any marks on it. Okay, so yeah, flush on this side, a little bit of overhang on that side, and that's it. Oh, that's hot. Okay, so yeah, that's all you got to do. I won't undo it just yet, the wrapper. That one wants to come off, but I'll just leave it just in case I get some glue on it somewhere. But next thing is this triangle. So pretty much these are my offcuts, and that looks like it'll do. Yep. Cool. I'll have to just come, unless this is a bit, nah, it's not quite perfectly square as everything that I do. So if you just overlay it, best fit, I'll probably just choose this bottom here as I'm not going to cut. Maybe go this way. I think it's a bit higher on that side. Yeah, that's better. So we'll go that corner. So like that's sitting in there, so that's how we want it. So we want to cut this side of the line. So we want to cut there, and cut there. Have I stuffed it? No, I stuffed it. Whoops. So we want to go there and there. So the inside, 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 and inside. Yep. Cool. So I'll do that and I'll go back to you. Okay, and there we go. So moment of truth. Just peel all this off. Doesn't matter if you get this side dirty because you can always clean it. It's just if you get fingerprints, I've actually got one there, bugger. On the inside, they're kind of stuck there unless you want to pull it apart. It's only hot glue, so it's not an issue, but it's just extra work. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what kind of plastic it is, or IKEA get it specially made from, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's just really clear, it's really nice. There's... Yep, cool. So that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do much more to it. Well, I can't now because it's all locked in, but I've left the car with a bit of dust on it. If I get a torch, I don't know if this will make it look better. I don't know if you can see through the reflection. If I get down low, I don't know. Yeah, you can see the bloody fingerprint there, that's a shame. But yeah, if I wanted to, I'll just pop that off. You know what, I'm going to do it, because that's really irritating. Back to you in a minute. It was easier than I thought. It was no dramas there. I just popped that one off and it hinged out. That glue didn't disconnect at the back, just wiped it and she's done now. So yeah, looks good. Better than before anyway, I don't know. It actually scratches, that's how soft that stuff is. Just using a microfiber, I can see tiny little scratches on it. And then it's got glue. Yeah, I'm just making it worse. But at least, like I said, it's on the outside so I can clean it. But I'll get some pictures of it, but that's the video, so yeah, well, not look too bad. I think my 118 scale turned out better. Pretty sure it did. Yeah, there's a stringer going right from there to the car. But anyway, it looks like a spider web. That looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah. But yeah, I reckon my 118 scale definitely turned out a bit better. But yeah, this one looks alright. Like I said, I don't think I'll sell this one. I'm not as happy with this one as I was with the 118 scale. So, but I'm at it. It was all good. So yeah, that's the end of that. I kind of rushed it. I just wanted to get it done. So, and the car's glued down as well now, so it doesn't move around. So all good. Yeah. So I think if you're gonna maybe use a bit of Windex and then don't use a microfiber like that, because just that scratched it on the inside. I can just see it, but it looks better than the fingerprints. You want to use a proper what have I got? Cleaning. No, I don't even have one in here. I used to. I'm pretty sure it was a blue one or a yellow one, but it's a very, very fine microfiber with no no fingers on it. It's just dead flat, and that's more for glass. No, I don't have one. No, that's the same. No, they're all inside. But yeah. Anyway, I really don't know what to do with it. Like I said, it's my nephew's birthday coming up. December, so I might see if he wants it for his room. But I'll tell him that when he doesn't want it anymore, to give it back to me, and he can just have it in his room until he doesn't want it anymore. He's only 6, I think, 5 or 6, so 6, 7, something like that. 7. My niece just turned 10, so he must be 7 or 8, yeah. Well, he'd be 8 in December, I'd say. Early December, so 3 more weeks. So yeah, I might just see if he wants it in his room, and he can hold on to it for me. And what's the name? Show all his mates. And yeah, I think he'll like that. We got him a present. Actually, we got him a really cool present Actually no, so his birthday's in early December, so I can't remember what we got him, but we've already bought the present. And then for Christmas, because his sister's 10 years old, she just turned 10 last month in October, so they're almost exactly 2 years apart. We bought him those guns that hang on, I'll go and get them. Yeah, so it's these things here. So we got two of them because we got another niece and nephew that live just up north, about 4 or 5 hour drive up north. So they're getting one set, and my niece and nephew getting the other set for Christmas. So yeah, it's laser tag. So should be good. I don't know exactly. I think you can shoot the gun. So if one player shoots your gun, that's like it's shot you. But then you also wear this around your chest, like this dude is. Like that, and that's another shot as well. So that's pretty cool. They can run around the house and house in the backyard and shoot them and shoot each other. So yeah, they hopefully should like that. That should it should be good. 30-meter range, infrared blaster, light, sounds, and vibration. You can go teams as well. So whichever color you choose, you can go on teams. So if you got mates with them, you can. So my niece and nephew, one can go on a red team and then a green team and battle each other. But then if they go to one of their mates' house that gets these as well, then you can put 2 guns on green and 2 guns on red team and play teams and stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty good. When I was a kid, like in the late 80s, early 90s, I would have loved that. We used to have a place in Perth called, what was it called? Quasar, I think it was. And that's what it was. You wear a backpack and a gun on a lead, and but they had a big arena, like with hiding places and stuff like that. It was really cool. So yeah, that would have been really good fun if you could have it for your house. I remember they did come out, but I was starting to get a bit old for it by that stage. But yeah, I missed out on that, on having my own set. But that would have been really cool fun. But yeah, all the birthday parties at school we used to go. I remember every male boy that had a birthday, it was Quasar all the time. Alright, so I think that's it for dioramas for now. The next bit I've got to do is all this stuff. So this is all 1/18 scale things. So what I'm going to do is, I've got to clean them up because it's still got all the printer support on it. So I've got to clean them up, and then what I'll do is I've got some cardboard, and I'll just get this double-sided tape. I'll just reuse this one on this side probably. I'll just line it with double-sided tape and glue them down, and then that's all the white stuff. And then same deal, I'll cut that, double-sided tape, stick all the shit to it, and that's all the black stuff, and then yellow stuff, and that's it. So and that way you just prime everything with that stuff, and then whatever color it needs to be, and bang, you just, you don't get it all over your fingers trying to paint one thing. And a lot of this stuff is really small too, so if you do just lay it on this and spray it, it just blows away. So you really need to stick it down. But and then as it's finished drying and it's done, it's all going to go in here. And then when I start making the next diorama, I just go, yeah, need one of them. There's a little work light. I got one of them in my 1/18 scale diorama, and I actually put a LED light in it, so that turned out really nice. There's a little hammer already painted there. So yeah, I prefer the 1/18 scale. Everything's a little bit bigger, and my finger, I can't, I don't have delicate fingers, so yeah, it kind of needs to be minimum of that size. Even bigger would be better, but I don't know if there is a scale between 1/18 and 1/10. I think no, I don't have anything 1/10, but I used to have remote control cars 1/10 scale, but they're quite big, so you're going to need, the diorama would almost be like half of this, be a little bit too big, I think. So, but I mean, that'd be pretty cool too, to make one that big. You probably wouldn't go using the resin printer though, for once you start getting big things like that, because you'd use the other printer, because this is a bit more expensive, the resin printer, but all good. Anyway, cheers for watching that. I'm glad that job's out the way. So the next job's that. I'm going to start on that right now actually, because I've got a couple of hours, or an hour before the missus gets home, so I'm going to start on that now, just cleaning it up. I was going to make, I talked about it in a previous video for our sauna, I was going to make a clothes, like a towel rack to hang our towels on that we use in the sauna and stuff like that. That's got the turf, and my missus found a really nice one at Kmart for only $15. It's a nice wooden ladder that you just lean up on the wall and hang your towels off it. So when we get that, I'll show you that. But we also bought some bath mats that will fit perfectly in our sauna. We got 2 of them. And we also bought a roll of foam, like a yoga mat, and I'm going to cut that up, line the floor, line the bench, and then put these mats on them, mats for the floor, and then our towel that we sit on. I've just noticed that the sweat, because it really does come off you quite a lot, it's significantly hotter than our last sauna. And it just pours off you, and even though you're sitting on a towel, you can still see like the odd sweat mark here and there, and it's just going into the wood, and I don't want that. I want to make sure that wood stays pretty clean, otherwise it's just going to end up smelling, and there's no way of cleaning it. I don't know how you'd clean it. It's just, once it's in the wood, it's going to be in the wood forever, so I want to stop that. So yeah, we're going tomorrow to pick all that stuff up. We've already ordered it online, but we're just going to go and pick it up tomorrow because we've got to go up that way anyway. So yeah, I'll make another video on that, maybe Friday on the weekend, depends. Yeah, probably Friday, yeah. So, and then, so that project was done by Friday, just decking out the sauna room a bit. And I've been thinking, I've got some, I think they're in here, car parts. I've got the old speakers out of my wagon, because I've upgraded the stereo in that. So I want to see if these speakers will work in the sauna, and I'll replace the speakers in that sauna. Any modification I do, I want to make it completely reversible, so it's going to have to be quite a neat job. I'm not cutting any wood or anything like that. It's just in case that sauna craps itself in 6 months and then I've gone and cut holes to put new speakers in. I don't want that to happen. So as long as they fit in the holes in there, I'm going to change them over, because I've got the speakers, because the speakers in there are just not very good. They're like $2 speakers, I think. So as long as that CD player or the radio that's in there has enough juice to, it should do, because they never had an amp connected to them, so it should be fine. Not that I want it loud, it's just the clarity is just really not very good at all. It's hard to pick up on. It sounds pretty good on the radio, on the video, because the microphone on this is probably not the best, but when you're in the sauna, it just doesn't sound nice at all. You can hear like a crackling in the background, and the speakers just aren't very good. But yeah, it might be the radio that's not very good. So the next option is, if actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I've just had another good idea. Buy a cheap radio from Super Cheap Auto, like a car radio, and put it up the top on the outside, because there's no need for it to be on the inside. Yeah, and then it's Bluetooth, it's got USB and everything, and you get one without a CD player, so they're very short. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be really cool. And then that way you don't even use that radio anymore, because I think that's why it's all crackly, because that radio is not very good. You run 12 volt to it. I might be up to even steal 12 volts from the radio. Anyway, that's for another video. That's what I do. I just go on tangents. But yeah, let's do that. I'll just get a cheap car radio from Super Cheap Auto, use the speakers I've already got, and that's going to be really nice and clear. But like I said, it's not for volume. You don't want it loud in there. You're trying to relax, so it's for clarity, so get some nice. Yeah, the speakers that came out of the Commodore weren't too bad. If they sound crap, then I'll just get some decent Pioneers or Kenwoods as well, just some whatever will fit in there, 5 or 6 inch, whatever it is, and that's going to sound way better than what's in there. And that way, if the sauna does poop itself and I need to send it back for whatever reason, I can just disconnect what I've done, put it back to normal, and put the speakers back into that section there, and that's it. Another option is to actually get some cheap 6x9s. This is my head just thinking as I'm going, and it's ridiculous, and that's why I don't sleep properly at night. Is get some 6x9s, cheap ones that are half decent, and make it completely independent system, and just hang them up in the corners behind you. That will be even better. Okay, we're doing it. That's going to be the next video. I was going to say the next project I'm going to do is my gravel bike conversion, because it's got those stupid curly whirly handlebars on it. and I'm going to change it to a flat bar like a mountain bike. I've just ordered all the stuff yesterday, so they're going to be 2 or 3 weeks away before I get everything. It's coming from AliExpress. One thing's local, not local, but over east, was the brake levers, but the handlebar and the gear levers, left and right, are coming from AliExpress. So they're at least 2 weeks away, and I can knock this project out in a day. Because I know for 6x9s you can buy a box, and if you can't, I'm going to make one. I've got MDF. Yeah, that'll be a sick project actually. That's really good. And another project that I got is when I was washing my jet ski down the other day. I ran into the column at the front of our house, and I ripped the whole corner off and it put a big hole in the front. So yeah, the missus, I only just painted them too, like 6 months ago. So I'm hoping I've still got some of that paint. If not, I'm gonna have to repaint both of the bottoms of the column in a different color, but I'm pretty sure I've got some of that paint somewhere. So hopefully it's just a quick patch job with some putty and a repaint with the paint I already have. But if I don't have the paint I've already got, if I can't find it or I've thrown it out because I thought I wouldn't need it again, you're gonna have to repaint the bottoms of both pillars in a similar color. Yeah, so but all good. Just yeah, tangents, my mind never stops. So yeah, that's cool. I won't even open that box in. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to get some 6x9s, make a box for them, and get a cheap CD car radio thing, and that'll work really well. Beauty. Catch us next time. Thanks for putting up with us. Catch ya.